You're not ready for joy, but you choose it anyway. But can you receive it? I'm going to share with you 3 ways to receive joy on a shitty day. Happy Sweet Talk Sunday. I'm Cordelia Gaffar, and I work at a grocery store. And this may come as a surprise, but it was the best choice I could have ever made. I realized last year that my business had become a very time-consuming hobby. And so the first thing I chose to do was to see how can I have practical experiences and spend more time with people and be able to pay my bills. So I applied for the lowest level job you possibly can, right? Because real people struggle. And to be honest, I was struggling, right? But I struggle no longer, because on my shittiest day last year, when I decided, let me just apply for a job, and yes, I have a degree in accounting. My last job in corporate was as a CFO, but that was like 20 years ago. And finding a job as a mom who hasn't worked in many years is very difficult, especially if you don't have any connections, which I don't. And all those things were making me realize my life is really shitty, actually. And also that I was more attached to struggle than I was to receiving joy. And this may sound like you. And what I chose to do with that was to create a practice of shutting out everything that was keeping me from joy, right? And so in that survey that I sent out yesterday, the quiz, I asked you on my stories, do you choose joy or do you choose pleasure? All of you chose joy. But I'm here to tell you, the number one way to find joy on a shitty day is to choose pleasure. So what does that look like? In each moment, I simply say, is this pleasing to me? What can I do to make this pleasurable for me? And you may find there's some layers underneath that, because things that came up for me was like, am I deserving of pleasure? What does that mean? Right? So the number one thing, choose pleasure. See where you can find pleasure. Number two thing is allow yourself to believe that you're worthy of that. And as you can hear, as I'm telling you this story, it was like, am I worthy of it? Absolutely. If you have breath in your body, you're worthy of it. So I chose pleasure in every moment. And the third way is to be connected to your body. I'm a somatic movement facilitator. I chose to get certified in that in 2022. In 2023, I chose to practice it for myself. In 2024, I relied on it like water so that I could feel pleasure in my body and be connected. So if my story sounds like you and you need to sweeten your walk, let's talk. Happy Sweet Talk Sunday. Happy Sweet Walk Sunday.